Hey, my name is Shadowsense and you're watching Arcade Spirits. We have questions for Mr. Deco Nami. He's offered to buy the Funplex and change it into Deco's Fun Zone, which he claims will be more so focused on games rather than the whole thing of what Deco's Palace is, which is like food, games, slot machines, stuff like that. Quality. I've got concerns about your quality of service. Yeah, that's a good one. Destroy older games. Yep. I'll do that one. I saw a Moopy's Super Maze earlier.
Excellent.
One of our top earners with the 30 to 45 demographic. Nostalgia is a powerful motivator, I found. Except it's nothing like Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze. Indeed, it's much better. Is it true that when you find a retro game, you simply destroy it? Not repair, not restore, not even resell, but just scrap it? Certainly, why would we ever keep an old relic around? Alright, fuck you, guy. Fuck you. This is me speaking. Fuck you. Game preservation is what we need. This is why I'll always push for physical copies of games existing for preservation. Because if the internet just goes down, a lot of these games that are online only are just going to be dead. You know? It's a shame that things are going in a way of where eventually we're not going to have discs anymore to put in our consoles. We're simply just going to connect to some data center somewhere and stream the games. How's that? I don't like it.
Let me explain.
Arcade games are not sacred treasures, they're commodities. Back in 1980X, arcade owners, myself included, routinely chunked or converted games. Have to keep those earnings up. Old machines are not welcome. All they do is eat up floor space. The arcade scene must move ever forward, evolving into new forms. Classic retro IP reborn as new games.
Think about this.
True, nostalgia could earn a few points off those old games, but the newer redemption games earn 10 times as much. Why bother?
Don't think so.
I'm afraid I must disagree with you on that, Mr. Nami. The question is not one of earnings. You can make far more money selling, say, refined uranium than you ever could running an arcade, if that's your only goal. The reason to operate an arcade is to sustain a dream of what an arcade can be. The reason to make it profitable is to be rewarded for your efforts in that regard. And the only reason that dream has shifted to the national subconscious towards your redemption game focus is because you're forced into that issue. I think you'd find an audience ready and willing to pay a premium for extremely high quality retro games. The Funplex is proof of that.
Excuse me.
Thank you for your opinion, Mr. Sinclair, but I think, given my decades of experience in this industry, I know a bit more about it than you. As you like it, good sir. Percy settles down, having never raised his voice once, simply making his point and moving on, barely hiding a smirk that having raised Deco's ire. I've had some fries at the bar earlier. Well, I attempted to have some fries at least. It took forever to get service. The waiter was too distracted by other customers. I had hoped that our fun zone could deliver a better service experience.
Unfortunate.
I'm disappointed to hear that. Needless to say, I'll deal with the bartender appropriately. I'm not trying to get them fired, I'm just concerned that... Yes, let's not dwell, shall we? Rest assured that we aim to maintain a high-quality experience overall. They'll be sacked. Any other concerns? I don't think this is the moment to confront him regarding his review tampering. At least, I should wait until Iris finds something. Let's talk creative control. I've been developing new sorts of arcade events, competitions, and other things to get people in the door. Would we still be able to direct our own affairs like that, even under a change of ownership?
Let me explain.
Mr. Bird, obviously I value your expertise on these matters, and would be happy to consult you on the best direction for the Fun Zone. That's not answering the question. It's a matter of branding and image. There are certain standards and practices you'd need to adopt in order to be truly a part of the Deco family. Once you realize that, you'll understand more of how we run those kinds of events.
Capital.
It's nothing too onerous, and really we need to look at the bigger picture, the chance for growth and profit. Don't worry about such petty little things for now. New management means new staffing. What about the staff we already have?
Good, good.
I firmly believe you have a long and storied career ahead of you in arcade management, Mr. Bird. I've heard nothing but good things about you from my various field scouts and contacts. The fact that you've landed on my radar at all indicates your rising importance in our industry. You should be proud of that. Okay, but that still doesn't answer my question. What about the others? Well, Mr. Cooper is a capable accountant, so I'm certain he'd be welcome in the new facility. But we can hash out staffing later on after settling the bigger picture questions. That's all my questions.
Excellent. I suggest we shake on it and send
I
our
don't like
various
this guy.
lawyers to the task of sorting out the specifics.
I'm not selling the funplex to this dickhead. He rises to his feet, extending a hand bristling with the shiny rings to shake mine. I wasn't sure about this deal, but was willing to keep an open mind. After everything I've seen and heard, am I really going to shake that hand? You know what? Fuck you! Let's respectively decline. I purposefully keep my hands at my side rather than shaking his offered hand. You've been honest and forthright with me, and I appreciate that. Thank you for your gracious invitation this evening. However, I'm afraid this isn't the right direction for the Funplex. We're just getting started. It'd be a shame to abandon our progress in favor of a buyout. If you'd like to maintain relations, we could discuss partnership opportunities at a future date, but for now, I respectfully must decline. Deco pauses, looking me once over before slowly lowering his hand. I could feel his eyes on me. He was obviously not happy with my answer, but we followed Francine's instructions and kept it professional. There's nothing he can do but accept our answer.
Unfortunate.
I see. I suppose I should thank you for your candor in turn. It's difficult to find people in this industry willing to show respect to their elders. I'm not closing the door on the idea of a partnership, mind you, but if you'd like to go it alone for now, who am I to get in the way of that? As he rises up from his chair, he takes a deep breath in. He turns away for a split second before rounding back and looking me dead in the eyes.
But be aware, if we are not partners, we must be rivals.
But why? Fucking collaborate with people. That's how you get real growth going for things. There's no growth for anybody in just being like, you didn't partner with me that one time, therefore fuck you forever. Collaboration, dude. Come on. God, I fucking hate these kinds of people.
Pleasure, but I'm afraid that I cannot allow a rival.
Well, fuck you.
I am obligated to bring the full weight of the palace to bear on you.
Go right ahead.
Hopefully, one day you'll realize the error you've made tonight.
What an asshole, dude.
And as a sign of respect, your personal offer to join my empire will remain open, so you can escape the inevitable fall of your little arcade.
Once more, Deco turns sharply on his walking cane and walks away from the table.
Lovely.
Well, quite tactful, aren't you? I can admire that. Keeping your cool under fire is a key attribute of champions. And you did the right thing. You kept the Funplex family together. Moopy, the real Moopy, will always have a home.
Much obliged.
Thank you for bringing me along. It's a pleasure to watch you work. Shall we return home? With Deco hosting us, we don't have to worry about paying the check. We drop a quick tip on the table for the waitstaff and quickly abandon ship. We just got out the door, and from there it's just a short jaunt across town back to home sweet home. As I walk into my apartment, the sheer and utter exhaustion of the day hits me like a brick wall to my face. My adrenal glands are tapped out, leaving me in a dreamlike lethargy. I can't help but sigh as I stand there, my body too drained to move. Reflecting on how the evening's events transpired, I realize this day entirely kicked my ass. I did my best to not make enemies, but I'm guessing we made a powerful one anyway, despite my diplomatic efforts. As I continue to anxiety loop, replaying every moment in my head, something steals my attention, a shimmering beam of hope and happiness. My best friend, Juniper. She's sitting on the couch, scribbling away in a sketchbook, probably working on some designs for her freelance contacts. Okay, maybe it's just because I'm fucking exhausted, but it felt like it was raining on me just now. I'm tired. I woke up at 9 in the morning, and at the time of recording this, it's 2. So, I'm very tired. She's been so happy ever since leaving that office, and her joy intensifies upon noticing me standing in the room. So, how was work today? Well, it was a day, certainly. The condensed version is that Deco Nami wanted to buy the Funplex and Francine asked me to go to negotiate.
What?
Deco as in Deco's Palace Deco? The one and only. Whoa. Well, how'd that go? I gave them the thanks but no thanks very politely. I mean, he still vowed to annihilate us, but at least he was sort of nice about it and promised me a job after he destroys all I hold dear.
Ooh.
Yikes. Yikes indeed. But hey, that's a good thing. It means he's scared. He wouldn't have tried to woo you to his side if he wasn't worried about what the Funplex would become. Try to see the positive. I guess, but it's still worrying. Let's not stand there and drum up a whole bunch of anxiety. It's not going to help with anything.
I've got it.
Why don't you take your mind off things and binge watch some cartoons with me? Tempting, but another night, Juniper. I really need sleep. Okay, just let me know if you need anything. I'm here for you. I smiled back at Juniper before retiring to bed. I like your kitty stockings. I lay in bed, my eyes wide open staring at the ceiling above me. After trying various ways of forcing myself to sleep, nope, not working, can't sleep. I hate insomnia. Once you start worrying about being unable to fall asleep, the worry feeds on itself, until you're actively stopping yourself from resting. A vicious cycle. Mood. I sigh heavily, feeling the weight of my decision dragging me down. I hope I did the right thing tonight. My phone lights up as Iris's sensors detect a conversation. Matt, you want to chat? No, I want to sleep, but I can't, so... Hey, would you enjoy some recording music, maybe something relaxing? Just can't shake this feeling that I'm standing on a precipice, right in front of this big dark hole. It's weird, because I still think I made the right call, but if I'm confident in that, why do I feel like I'm about to fall? Based on prior personality indicators and inputs, my therapeutic system suggests it's fear of failure based on years of prior examples. In short, you've got a long family history of everything always going wrong all at once. Murphy's Law. So, when things are going right, I'm expecting to fail anyway. But worrying about it won't actually change the situation. Whether you sleep or not doesn't affect the outcome. So, my suggestion is to get some rest. Deal with problems as they come. She's right. I mean, intellectually, I know she's right. But knowing something is true and feeling it to be true, well, those are surprisingly different things. Iris, off.
Iris, offline.
Okay, but remember, you're a good person and deserve to be happy. My phone goes back to sleep. And I do not. Some hours later, my body just passes out on its own. I vaguely recall my alarm going off a few times, but under protest of mistreatment, my flesh refuses to submit to its siren song. Meaning it's nearly noon when I finally rouse, having completely overslept and missed a half day of work. In a panic, I get dressed and hop a late bus to the Funplex, grumbling all the way. I opt to ignore the pile of waiting notifications on my phone. Whatever it is, I'm in too much of a hurry. I'll check them after getting to the Funplex. Insomnia is a bitch. Like, I hate that shit, dude. Sometimes, because I don't go into work until, like, in the evening, but I still wake up around, like, noon. But when it's, like, 9 a.m. and I still haven't slept yet, I only go to work at, like, 3 hours of sleep, and shit sucks. Because it's a 10-hour shift. Insomnia is a bitch. I wish there was some way to actually just get rid of it, but as far as I'm aware, there isn't. So, whatever. I promised to report back to Francine first thing in the morning, and now I'd miss lunch even. But, oddly enough, on arriving, the arcade is... closed? I mean, my key still works, but they're closed for business. The sign is off, no gamers present or accounted for. I quickly look around for familiar and hopefully friendly faces. and find only dark expressions and tears? My stomach starts to knot, and I feel the color drain from my face as I see their downtrodden and gloomy expressions, tears welling up in their eyes. Naomi quickly dabs at her face, hoping I won't notice. What's going on? We turned Deco down last night. Why is everybody so... Matt, it's Francine. Oh, shit. Well, my actual heart just sank. Fuck. This is gonna be a heavy episode. Fair warning. Immediately, a dark pit swells in my stomach. She passed away last night in her sleep. I'm told it was very peaceful. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. The news hits me like a slap to the face. My hands shake and my lower lip quivers. I try to say something at first, but words can't form due to the lump in my throat. Family? She told me I was family. And now, she's gone. Naomi and Ashley look at me, their beacon of hope, wanting and wishing for me to make all this better. Not sure anything I can say will ease their sadness. Heck, I'm not even sure if I can formulate full sentences at this moment. I take a deep breath, drawing all matters of strength from tips to toes. I look at them with empathy in my eyes before opening my mouth. Oh, intense identity? Yeah, you think? Francine, she was a wonderful human with an even more beautiful heart. She had many happy years with her husband Frederick, decades spent here at the Funplex doing her best to make everybody smile and having a good time. I wish she could be with us now. I can't help but smile, but when I think of how great a life she led, how happy she'd be with how it all turned out. Let's remember her how she was. Beautiful. Francine will still be missed.
Thank you.
I miss her so much, Matt. If Francine was here, your words would have made her so happy. Naomi emits a ragged sigh, a slight tinge of anger entering her sorrowful voice after. Maybe it's for best that she's not alive to see what happened today. What? Before I can get an answer, my attention is drawn by two people emerging from the back offices. I turn my head to see who it is. With everything going on, I barely noticed that Gavin was missing. As he approaches, the disdain on his face is easy to read. It's settled then, apparently. In light of Francine's passing, our legal owner is now...
Good morning, employees of Deco's Fun Zone.
I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. What? But we turned you down. There wasn't a sale. The confusion on my face is obvious. This makes no sense. I have no idea what's going on and to look toward Gavin for guidance. I've studied the transaction paperwork. It's legitimate. As of Francine's death, and according to her last will and testament, all her properties transferred to her surviving daughter. Mother of Francine's grandson, who was fired from the Funplex shortly before your arrival, Matt.
Capital.
Needless to say, he was quite excited at the idea of selling the place. And well, Francine's daughter wasn't particularly thrilled with the idea of arcade ownership either. They were more than happy to sign the place over to me, for far less than I was expecting to pay for it as well. I'm doing them a service, really, taking a burden off their hands. Now they can mourn and move on unfettered. I stood there, mouth agape, my body assaulted from one bad news to the next. My emotions were all over the place, a hurricane of feelings, and then the realization hit me. In the end, my decision was irrelevant. Just another opportunity for the world to stick my nose in it, mocking me for finding something I cared about, something I can lose. The universe dangled a little dream of hope in front of me, even let me pretend I could make a difference out of sheer cruelty. I did everything I was supposed to do. I was polite, I was careful, I turned him down without trying to start a war. But he got what he wanted anyway.
Now, obviously, we'll be closed today to allow time to mourn our former owner. I still have deep respect for Miss Francine. I owe her that much. I'll also close the arcade on the day of the funeral to allow my employees to attend. Those hours will not be deducted from your paychecks. Now, I realize the timing is a bit awkward, but I need to make a few announcements of personnel changes.
You piece of shit. Miss Wolf, I'm afraid we really have no need of a costumed mascot. I've been considering phasing them out of my other locations. There's no time like the present.
What?
Wait, did you just fire me? Gavin, can you just fire me like that? Ashley.
Let me explain.
Firing is much too harsh of a word. I prefer the term your services are no longer required. Ashley keeps a proud face as tears roll down her cheeks. I step over to console her as Deco continues on. Naomi rolls her eyes, fully expecting this to come after Deco let Ashley go. Why am I not surprised? Behold my not surprised face. Miss Fairchild, while you're formidable with archaic technology, I don't feel you're a good fit for the modern games of Deco's Fun Zone. I have to let you go. But friends, it is not all bad news. Mr. Cooper, you've proven a capable accountant, and I'd be happy to offer you a... I quit. Pardon? I quit.
I think not.
If there's no room for Naomi or Ashley's dreams, mine ends here as well.
As you like.
Now as for you, Mr. Bird.
I think we got off on the wrong foot last night.
I'm gonna quit.
I
Fuck this
didn't
guy.
adequately express the
Fuck
many
this guy in his
advantages
stupid
of
fucking
working
face.
For my organization, I'm willing to offer you something few others get. A second chance. I'd like to keep you on as the Fun Zone's general manager.
Nope, my mind's made up. Throw a punch! Oh. I want to throw a punch so bad. I'll be respectful. Absolutely not. I don't like how you do business, Deco, and I'm not doing any business with you. Not now, not ever.
As you like.
Very short-sighted. I'd hoped better from you, but the choice is entirely yours. I'll have to console my disappointment with all the money I'll be making from the arcade you walked away from.
Excuse me.
Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm afraid your time is up. As none of you are Deco's Fun Zone employees, I'd like you all to leave immediately. Gather your belongings and see yourselves out. Should you dally, my own security team will be here within minutes to ensure your exit. In the interim, I've got work to do. For starters, I need to get rid of all these antiques, straight to the junk heap with them all. I knew Deco was heartless, but to be this cruel right in front of us while we're still here? Hold it.
I think not.
Mr. Moopy's magic maze doesn't belong to the Funplex, and thus, it does not belong to you. It is the legal private property of Percival Sinclair. For that matter, Wyvern Keep belongs to Matt Bird. It was given to him directly by Hamza, not to the Funplex.
As you like.
I couldn't care less about those grimy old things, but you have, let's say 20 minutes to get them off my premises, or I'll leave them to the curb for the garbage pickup. I'll go get the van, which I'll note is my personal property as well. Naomi, Ashley, Matt, get the dolly and help me move the games out.
Good, good.
Yes, have fun with that.
Now, if you need me, I'll be in my new office celebrating my recent
Fuck you,
business
fuck you,
venture.
fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck
Thank
you,
you
fuck
for
you,
your
fuck you, fuck you,
cooperation.
fuck you, fuck you.
And good day.
Fuck you. He walks away after that, twirling his cane once more before leaving.
Oh.
That evil-minded, black-hearted no-good. Naomi, focus. We have work to do. Work? To save what we can of the Funplex. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Quickly and without much chatter, we salvaged what we could of our dreams. Percy's beloved Moopy, my childhood in the form of Wyvern Keep. Everything we were allowed to keep went into the back of Gavin's van, working together to safely pack it all in place. For lack of anywhere better to put them, Moopy went to Percy's apartment, and Wyvern Keep to mine. And that was the end. The end of the Funplex. I'm actually upset. Like, the game designers have me hooked into this super heavy. Wait, hello? Oh shit, okay. I just had to click. The funeral came a few days later. We weren't officially invited. Our presence as their former co-workers wasn't exactly embraced, by Francine's extended family. Guess her daughter resented the Funplex in some way. If there was bad blood between them, I didn't particularly want the details. None of us were given an opportunity to speak at the remarkably short ceremony. That was okay, that said my words already. As we left the ceremony, I couldn't help but feel helpless. There was nothing left. No Funplex, no job, no real meaning to my days, not anymore. Nothing left at all. Game over? Wait, for real? Hang on, this is some shit. I'm gonna save this and do it on the next episode. So thank you guys so very much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.